Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel, Journey After 60, where elegance, wisdom, and confidence bloom. Did you know that having long, one-length hair, the very style many of us once considered the epitome of elegance, can actually work against you after 50? I've met so many women over 50 with long, blunt hair. When I suggest adding some layers to give it movement, many feel hesitant. They worry it might make the hair look choppy, thin out the ends too much, or change the top so dramatically that it no longer feels like them. And let's be honest, no one wants to look like a mushroom. I get it. Those fears are real, because unfortunately, they happen all the time. That's exactly why, in today's video, I'm going to break down why that happens, and more importantly, how to avoid those haircut mistakes entirely. If you love tips on beauty and style after 60, tap the like button so more elegant women can find this community. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a single tip on fashion, beauty, and feeling confident every day. Now, let's dive into the first mistake, one that nearly every woman with long hair after 50 has faced at some point. Mistake number 1. Over-layering at the bottom. Hair is one of the most personal forms of expression, especially after 60. At this stage in life, our goal isn't just to follow trends. It's about enhancing what we already have with intention, grace, and care. And if you've chosen to keep your hair long, it can absolutely look elegant and youthful when it's cut correctly. One of the most common mistakes? Too many layers at the bottom. Many women end up with the ends of their hair looking thin, uneven, or stringy, and they often assume it's because their hair has changed. In reality, it's usually the result of how the haircut was done. When the lower part of the hair, especially below the ears and around the nape, is layered too much, it removes bulk right where you need it most. Instead of volume and softness, you get jagged, choppy ends that are difficult to style and lose their shape quickly. For women with naturally fine or thinning hair, this can be especially frustrating and discouraging. This isn't about your hair being too thin or too old. It's about technique. Most stylists are trained to layer by pulling the hair down and cutting into the ends. But this method often leaves mature hair looking flat and uneven. What works beautifully on thicker, younger hair doesn't always translate well after 60. A better approach is to keep the area below the parietal ridge, the natural curve from your temple to the back of your head, closer to one length. This helps maintain a stronger, fuller line at the bottom and avoids that wispy, over-layered look. When you communicate with your stylist, let them know you want minimal to no layering below that ridge, especially behind the ears and toward the nape. This small adjustment can make a big difference in how your hair looks and feels. It gives you a clean, elegant silhouette that's easier to style and frames your face beautifully. And just as importantly, it changes how you feel. When your hair looks full and flows well, it supports the confidence and self-assurance that naturally come with age. You're not trying to hide anything, you're showing up with clarity, refinement, and ease. Have you ever noticed how a small change in your haircut can completely transform how you feel about yourself? If you did, and you're enjoying this kind of insight, liking the video is a simple way to help it reach more women who want to feel elegant and confident at every age. Up next, we'll talk about another common mistake that can age your look, and it happens more often than you might think. Mistake number 2, the mushroom cut. The mushroom cut is rarely something anyone asks for, but it appears far more often than you'd think, especially among women over 50 or 60, when hair naturally begins to thin and lose volume. It often starts, innocently enough, with a thought like, "My hair feels flat. Maybe we should shorten the top layers a bit." But when those top layers are cut too short compared to the overall length, the result is an unbalanced shape hair that looks heavy, awkward, and frustratingly flat instead of full and bouncy. At this stage in life, overly short crown layers can also harden facial features and make the overall look appear dated or severe, taking away the softness that enhances a mature face so beautifully. A simple but powerful fix lies in how you guide your stylist. Use your occipital bone, the point at the back of your head, as a natural reference for balance. Take a small section of hair from that area and lift it straight, up. Then, take a section from the top of your head, where you want to create layers, and lift it the same way. The top layer should never be shorter than the strand lifted from your occipital bone. This quick check gives you and your stylist a clear visual guide for proportion. You can even mark the length with your fingers before letting the hair fall to the side. When you see how the two sections align, you'll know exactly how long your top layers should be to maintain harmony with the rest of your hair. Once you've found that balance, simply tell your stylist, "I'd like layers on top, but not shorter than this length." This small instruction can make a world of difference. It prevents the unwanted mushroom shape, keeps the weight evenly distributed, and gives your hairstyle graceful movement without losing fullness. The result is hair that feels alive, soft, balanced, and youthful, framing your face with natural lift and effortless elegance. Because after 60, the best haircut isn't about changing who you are. It's about letting your beauty and confidence shine through, one thoughtful layer at a time. And while avoiding the mushroom cut keeps your layers balanced, there's another trap many women fall into, and it's hiding in plain sight. Mistake number 3. Keeping your hair one length and heavy all over. There's a reason many women over 60 stick with long, blunt cuts they've been seen for years as a safe and polished look. It's the style we grew up with, one that feels neat, familiar, and easy to manage. But what used to feel timeless in our 40s may now start to feel heavy, harsh, or even aging in ways we don't realize at first. Heavy, unlayered hair tends to pull the face downward, especially when it falls past the shoulders without any shape or movement. It can flatten volume at the crown, draw attention to sagging around the jawline, and create an overall look that feels weighed down and less vibrant, exactly what we want to avoid at this stage of life. The issue isn't the length itself. Long hair after 60 can be absolutely stunning. It's the lack of structure that creates a problem. Just like clothing, hair needs thoughtful shaping to complement your silhouette. One length, styles that hang without softness or lift can make the face look tired and elongated, while also hiding the jawline, neck, and collarbones, some of the most elegant features to highlight as we age. Even worse, without any layering or framing, long, heavy hair can become visually monotonous. It creates a kind of curtain effect, where your features are hidden instead of framed. And when the hair becomes the dominant part of your appearance, it takes away from your natural expression, your eyes, your smile, your energy. That's why many women say they feel like their hair is wearing them, rather than the other way around. When hair starts to feel heavy and lifeless, the solution isn't a drastic chop, it's a shift toward movement, lightness, and framing. Subtle changes can make a world of difference. Think gentle face framing layers, soft lift at the crown, and perhaps some long curtain bangs to open up your features without overpowering them. If you love wearing your hair long, don't think of it as losing length. Think of it as adding life. A few carefully placed layers can illuminate your cheekbones, bring softness to your expression, and make your entire look feel fresher, lighter, and more radiant. At this stage, your hair should celebrate who you are, not weigh you down. With the right shape, your long hair won't just look elegant. It'll feel like a true reflection of your spirit, confident, modern, and alive. Have you ever tried changing your hairstyle to feel lighter and more youthful after 60? Share your experience in the comments below to inspire other women to discover ways to make their hair reflect confidence, elegance, and vitality. Ladies, we've just explored 3 common mistakes that can make long hair over 60 feel heavy, outdated, or unflattering. But more importantly, you now know how to make thoughtful changes that bring lightness, movement, and elegance back into your style. Long hair after 60 isn't the issue. How you wear it makes all the difference. When it's cut with intention, shaped to suit your features, and styled with softness and ease, it can absolutely reflect your vitality, elegance, and confidence. You don't need to follow trends or cut your hair short just because someone says it's age-appropriate. This stage of life is about embracing what makes you feel beautiful on your own terms. A few smart tweaks in layering, length, and framing can completely transform how your hair enhances your face, your posture, and even your energy. So let go of what no longer works, whether it's outdated layers, too heavy ends, or the fear of trying something new. You deserve a hairstyle that reflects the radiant, modern, and powerful woman you are today. If this video helped you see your long hair in a new light, leave a comment below with, "I embrace my beauty at every age." Your words might be the encouragement another woman needs to reclaim her confidence too. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because on this channel, we celebrate beauty, wisdom, and style that only gets stronger with time. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in my next video.